Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Ninjago Lloyd's Mech Battle EVO or EVO. This is set number 71781. It has 223 pieces and I paid $20 for this set. So this is another Lego Ninjago set. I kind of only recently got into Lego Ninjago, and I hadn't really built many mechs except for the Crystal King kind of set had a somewhat maybe a large version of a mech or something like that. And then I just did a video about the Lego Marvel Ghost Rider mech and bike. So I did want to take a look at some Ninjago mechs and see how the value is, see what the minifigures look like, and kind of check out what this set has to offer. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put it together, and then I'm going to give my thoughts. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I will slow it back down to review this set. Until then, enjoy! Okay, so that is this Lego Ninjago Lloyd's Mech Battle EVO or EVO. This is pretty awesome. I wasn't so sure about it while I was building it, but now that I'm done, I'm very happy with both of these mechs. And all of the stuff I get here. So this is really cool. And I will first, like I normally do, show the minifigures here, and I will give them an accessory while I do so before I show all of the different accessories we get in here, because there's some stuff to look at. So the first one we will take a look at is Lloyd. Now I believe I have had Lloyd in another set. I think actually maybe the Crystal King set came with a Lloyd, but this is a different one. Really nice printing on the midsection. We get good detail up in the breast, chest area, some gold elements printed in there. Really cool design down the abdominals or into the stomach. Nice details. That continues to the midsection where we get kind of a belt tied around. Very cool. And that continues down onto the legs. And this is just full of gold metallic printing, and it looks really nice. And actually the figure himself is kind of that pearl gold type color. On the back we get Lloyd's logo there, or emblem, and some more gold, and then kind of a same kind of that was on the back that was on the chest on the front. Very cool. Helmet is good, dual molded. It's a pretty standard Ninjago one. We get one face for Lloyd there, another face for Lloyd there. Really nice minifigure. I've been pretty impressed with a lot of Ninjago minifigures I've seen lately. There was one that had some translucent stuff that I didn't love, but this is really good. I love the rose gold and metallic gold whenever I see it, so that's really cool. So this is Lloyd. Nice minifigure. The next one we will take a look at is a Bone Warrior. So the Bone Warrior here is very cool. Nice kind of skull printing for the face on a black minifigure head. No alternate for this one. It does have a little piece on top of the minifigure head that is like horns. That is not molded onto the head. It's a normal head, and you add that on, and you do get an extra one of those. We have this kind of shoulder piece here that goes between the head and the torso with some spikes. It's kind of in that gunmetal gray. We get these kind of metallic arms there. Printing on the torso is really cool. Kind of looks like a mummy, like bandages going across almost. And then there's some pattern behind that. And then we get down to the midsection and a kind of nice belt with a skull continuing to the middle. Onto the legs, we get some metallic. We get printing there and in the middle and on the feet. Very, very cool. Back, like I said, no alternate face. But then kind of this spinal rib bone construction here on the back. Really, really nice detail. Very happy with this print on this figure. And this figure would come with a couple of accessories. In the instructions, it had this character holding two of these bone kind of throwing star type things, but they come in one of those pre-packaged groups of bone accessories, which sometimes I've seen with like golden accessories, or like I've seen with web accessories or something. So we get several of those, but like this one's kind of a boomerang. We get several, but surprisingly, many of them were used, which I'm very, very pleased with. First thing we will look at is Lloyd's Mech. So this is Lloyd's Mech. It's green and gold for the most part, and I have it currently arranged in its like EVO form here, and I don't know why you would want it to have an EVO form, except for like the story, the narrative. So it starts as like the normal form and then transitions into this at a crucial moment in time. And so there are a couple differences. This gold piece on the upper thigh into the hips is added, so that's nice. This is a piece I haven't had before. Good to get it in this gold. Very nice molded piece. So there's one of those on each side. Those were not on there initially. We get these kind of extra thrusters here on the back or something on the back of the calf down by the feet. That gold cone and the translucent stud there were added when this EVOs. At the front, on the chest, in the shoulder area, these ingot type bars were added. When they're not EVO'd, it is just studs there. And same with this print in the middle of this mech, in the middle of the suit here. This is off, but when it EVOs, that comes on. Very cool print, nice detail with Lloyd's kind of emblem. This is where we open up to put the minifigure. This is gold here. These shoulder pads here with that nice kind of molded piece that I've seen just recently in Jay's Golden Dragon bike. We get a couple of those for shoulder pad pieces here. Those are just not there at all when this is not EVO'd. And then these wings as well are added to the EVO, and this can also be used as a weapon of sorts. If the mech wanted to, it can hold that, and pretty cool. And the wings look awesome as well. And then this awesome another print, this flag up here, and the flagpole is all clipped on and added when we EVO. And this is nice. It's on red with some gold detailing in there. Very, very cool. So and then, these prints on the side are also awesome and really well done. Those are on there on the base version or the EVO version, or both. I suppose you could pop them off if you wanted to, but there's a ton of awesome parts in here. Really, really cool colors. And for me personally, I really like the EVO version of it, and I don't know why I would switch, except for, like I say, like story and play. Get a nice long weapon here with the gold kind of dragon head handle there. Very cool. Two of these prints. So for this Lloyd mech, there are no stickers. We get a bunch of gold. really nice prints here that are identical. This is a really nice print, and this is a really nice print. So 4 superb prints on here, and Lloyd can go right in there. Very cool. I'm very happy with this. Actually, before I put on the extra armor and wings and everything and the flag, I was kind of like, yeah, this is an okay mech. It's kind of plain, a little basic, but this just really really works now and looks super fun and super cool and really great. Like other mechs, like the Ghost Rider mech I just did, it uses these pieces for the arms and legs, so the knees and elbows do not bend. We get some articulation at the shoulder and the wrist and at the hips and the ankle there, but that's good. There's still a good amount of movement for play. I like that the feet are very wide on this one, very sturdy, compared to the Ghost Rider had really thin feet. And so this is really cool. It would have been nice if this clip here was gold for the flag. And yeah, you get a blue Technic axle pin there on the back, but that's not such a problem for me. So that's really nice. And then we can look at the Bone Warrior mech here. Also very impressed with this one. This one is used different colors, red and black and kind of the gunmetal and white. Has some pieces that I've never seen before. I like that this part that covers up where the minifigure will go in here is built. It's brick built instead of using kind of the standard mech kind of chest piece there. So you build this one. Uses one of those bone accessories there that kind of outlines the head really well. This piece is like one of these tooth pieces, but coming up off a tile instead of off of like a plate off the side of a plate. And I have not seen that before. And they also use them for the feet. Very cool. I like the color scheme on this a lot. We get some of this, what I've been calling like, yeah, it's like a dark gray metal or like a gun metal there. We get a lot of that, the ingots and these kind of longer tulip petal pieces there. Really cool. It's kind of got a hat that can cover them up and be positioned at different angles there, which can also be detached and potentially used as a shield. Like Lloyd's wings could be used as a weapon, this character's hat could be a shield, which I think is awesome. Very pleased that these kind of bone pickaxes were used. When you clip these on, I didn't know what they were going to be used for. Then you flip them around and you add some of these bone pieces. Really cool peering over the top there. And if you angle them out, I think it looks really sweet. And then we get this huge double-sided weapon that uses 4 of these bone accessories there on either side, which I think is really wonderful. Oftentimes when I see these prepackaged things, which I've seen for Lloyd's dragon thing, it came with a bunch of gold ones. For like a Spider-Man or a Batman set, occasionally it'll come with like a pack of prepackaged kind of accessories, and this one actually uses a lot. It uses it for kind of an actual accessory, but also as like decoration as part of the build, which I really appreciate. Same with these back here. And of course, if for whatever reason this character were to jump out of their mech to engage in battle, they could equip any of these accessories as well. Again, similar kind of feet with some slightly different parts, which I appreciate. And so they're not just identical from one mech to the other except for color changes. There's enough differences in here that really work for me. And the wide feet, and so this is very posable too. Again, the same kind of arms and leg pieces, that no elbow, no knees, but ankle, hips, shoulders, and this one doesn't really have wrist movement because it doesn't have ball joints. It's just got clips there for the hands. That's okay. The Lloyd one had a ball joint and then clips, so it has a little more articulation in the hand than the Bone Warrior, but that's okay to me. So I am really happy with this, and I have to say, I've been pretty pleased with a lot of the minifigures I've gotten in Ninjago sets and prints and specialty molded parts and everything here. And they have a ton of play value and they have display value. I think for $20 for 223 pieces, this is pretty excellent actually, because gold, because of molds, because of 4 prints, 2 minifigures with great printing on them, where they have printing on the midsection, the legs, and tons of cool stuff in here. I think this is a very good value set. I think there's a lot of play potential, and yeah, the EVO and the non-EVO version of Lloyd's Mech is great and adds some extra parts in there and looks really, really cool when they're done. So I think this is a great value set. I'm really, really happy with it. Of course, we get a couple extra gold minifigure swords and some of these bone pieces. I will show the other extra pieces here. About what you would expect, just the small ones, but we do get an extra of that like horn piece for the bone minifigure there. So that goes on top of the head, and there's a couple little horns coming off of there. So cool. Didn't have that piece either. Really, really nice set. I'm very, very happy with it. And as far as like a $20 set goes, this versus Jay's Golden Dragon bike, I think this is a considerable amount better. Of course, it's 2 mechs, so it's not a bike, doesn't have the tires. It's a different kind of set for sure, but for money, like value for my money, if it's play or display potential, I think the value is kind of undeniable, where that one, the value was a little bit more questionable to me. This has more pieces, and this has prints, and the other one had stickers, so there's a lot in here that is really, really good, and I'm very happy with this. So I'm glad I got this. And man, Ninjago sets keep doing okay by me, so that's pretty cool. It's a nice theme, and I'm glad I'm just kind of getting into it, because I've had my expectations exceeded several times now. If you like this video, consider giving it a like, and if you like the other videos on my channel, consider subscribing to it so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I will be doing in the future, including more LEGO Ninjago, LEGO Marvel, LEGO Star Wars, Speed Champions, Architecture Creator 3-in-1s, and a bunch more. And until next time, thanks. Bye.